Hi everyone, Jade here from Lesson Knowledge. Today I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of synthesis. And if you don't know, synthesis is the space where deliverables are housed in the tool. So once a reviewer has conducted a review, then the outputs that are automatically generated, that are living, that are interactive, are housed in this space. So we've got quite a few things in here, including a dashboard, qualitative synthesis, quantitative for your NMA outputs, risk of bias or critical appraisal, and the Prisma diagram. So I'll do a walkthrough of each of these, starting with the dashboard. In dashboard, there are lots of different cards that can be customized from smart insights, such as this conclusion just here, which can be exported as a Word document, perhaps to start a report, to updatable tables, such as this study characteristics table here, where you can imagine you've got a workflow set up and you've got an automatic search on, let's say, new studies are coming in, any relevant ones will just get automatically added after they've gone through the workflow to this table as a new row. So when you're coming in here viewing the deliverables, you know when you download this, it's going to be the most up-to-date table that there is with the most up-to-date information. To show you what that looks like when you hit download, it typically looks like this. In Excel format, whether that's for further analysis or a bit of a deeper dive. We've got other tables like intervention frequency or frequency of tags. As I mentioned, the Prisma diagram can also be added as a card, histogram of study size, a map of different study locations, just to have a nice visual. And then what I'll also do here is show you the Smart Insights. So for everything that's extracted in the review, Smart Insights is going to summarize that and give you not only just a little summary, but claims. And then underneath those claims, evidence. So we know that the tool isn't hallucinating because we've got the citations of each of these different studies that we can then go in and take a look at and do a bit of a deeper dive on. So whether that's the quantitative data, whether that's the more qualitative data or more quantitative data, that's something that we can always check and change. And if we simply just wanted to download this and start a report, when you hit download, what that's going to look like is within a Word document. And within this, you've got every single study and the annotation, the evidence that supports the claim within the insight. Within dashboard, you've got lots of different tabs in here as well that you can sort of interact with. This is a nice little interactive of the different interventions reported. We've got different clinical outcomes, another smart insight, humanistic and economic outcomes as well, more summaries, and also the study protocol. So you can imagine anything that you want as a deliverable can typically be represented in here and exported. Qualitative synthesis is more interactive, I would say, and we saw a glimpse of that within the dashboard cards, but in here we've got all of the data so someone can come in and interact with this. And I should note, all of synthesis can be accessed by people without a Nested Knowledge account. So when you're sharing this internally across different teams, they don't need to have a Nested Knowledge account to come in and view the evidence that they're interested in. They can come in and just say, let's say it's this project, let's say I'm interested in studies that report, semaglutide and all the different types of clinical outcomes. 36 studies. Again, I can always take a look at those specific studies, what exactly was reported and where that was reported. If you have conducted, or if the project had a meta-analysis alongside of it, you'll also have quantitative synthesis and all the NMA outputs that come with it. So in here we've got a summary. We can take a look at these different reported interventions and different baseline characteristics and outcomes. So a summary of that means totals, percentages, confidence intervals. Then we've got a distribution tab where you might like to see, males reported. Is there any trend with all-cause discontinuation, let's say? And this is a nice space that you can also interact with, representing a study and an intervention that you can then take a look at a little bit further. Lastly, network meta-analysis outputs. So you would select a data element, let's say all-cause discontinuation, and take a look at those. We've got odds ratios, we've got the I-squared, we've also got forest plots, sucra plots, funnel plots, and these can be interacted with as well, again, representing the study. You can always come in and take a look at the studies. Lastly, we've got critical appraisal. This is another optional module. alongside meta-analysis. You don't have to do these, but if they are available. And again, you can interact with these and take a look at the studies. Lastly, Prisma diagram. This is auto-generated as well and easy to download here. In terms of sharing, I mentioned you can share this amongst different colleagues, anybody who you would want to share that data with. Of course, you can tweak the settings between public, protected and private. You can share a QR code. You might want to embed it onto your site. To show you a quick example of what that looks like, on our About page, we've got a qualitative synthesis sunburst diagram in here that you can come in and play around with, so you can imagine how that might look on your site. Great, okay, and yeah, anything can be downloaded from this space, of course, exported as what I've showed you, but this is a quick rundown of what synthesis can do for you, what you might want a project to look like once it's finished. Great, thanks for watching guys, bye.